What do you think, Luke? Do you think it's going well?
Yeah.
I think it's looking freaking awesome. See, this paint is like really flat. And then
How come you're not sanding that bit?
Well, because that's the original paint. And I'm looking to match the new paint, which is here, with it.
Oh, 29.
Do you do it?
Not sure what I've got to do.
You just got to put your hand on it and like...
Does it get muddy? I don't mind if you see this.
No, it's fine.
Right, good.
So look, give that bit a bit of a go. There.
Right.
Don't go over that bit because it'll make it go down to the metal. So I've had Luke here helping me doing a bit of sanding. The plan loosely was to sand down all of the filler, and because I'm so impatient I just went ahead and put a load of red paint on it and hoping it would match in. And I think it will. Let me just stand back a little bit. It's not like it's out in the sunlight. I think the original paint is more orange and you will tell, but the whole of the quarter panel, I guess cowl or whatever what's going there, needs to be painted. Yes, I should have put primer. Yes, I should have sanded it down nicely first. Yes, I'm an impatient bugger. But I think it's going to look alright. I think over the weekend I'm going to come back to it and give it a bunch more. I'm using these 2000 grit pads. I could probably do with some like 1200 or 1600, but I don't have any of those left at the minute. Anyway, I feel like that might take it off too quickly as well. But I mean, I feel like I could polish this now. I could go over it with compound and that would be it done. And I think this door is going to look a hell of a lot better than the passenger door. And rather than fill these, I've decided to get some bolts and put in there, nuts and bolts, and just put a little bit of, you know, can't remember the name of it, stuff that goes in your windscreen sealer, something to just stop the rust coming in. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. It's nice to be working on it at home because I've got the time to do it. Got these things nicely painted. Just let them go off real good. Let them cure for a few days and really harden. I would have done the ashtray, but the interior of it's full of rust. So what do you think of it, Luke?
I like it a lot. It's very smooth.
You enjoyed doing the sanding down?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Very cool.
It's nice having you help me with it. done a bit more work on this, cleaning up this top bit by hand with the compound. This white line's eventually going to come off, but at the minute it can stay. The main thing was to get this main area done. I was kind of feeling like, crap, I really need to match this paint better. But then I went and looked at the other door today, the passenger door, and there's like patches of this, and I guess what I'm going for is, you know, owners have touched it in with a bit of paint. The original paint isn't as sun faded as the rest. It's kind of what I'm going with. I was thinking about getting a different paint mixed up, but no, I'm pleased with it. We've got these gone through to the white here, various different places. I think it's going to match in really well. And you've got like, don't know, it doesn't come out on the camera at all well, but you've got like this like weird artifacts going on there and this kind of affair. Love it. I think it looks really good. It's not like your rust, got to cover it in linseed oil type patina. I'm really pleased with it. Time to turn it over and get ready to do the inside. Feel like I might be changing my mind about what colour to paint the interior again. So, even I'm not going to know until it's done, hey. I've gone over it quite harsh with the burnishing tool I've got, as you saw in a previous video if you've been keeping up. There's various different faults. Just want to get a nice key and then go about getting some paint on it. I'm not going to go super crazy about the bits of rust I've got on here. It's going to get covered up and it's not a structural thing. I'm also going to get some of the POR 15 on the interior of it, so I think it'll be right. Well, that's it for tonight. Got the inside of the door kind of on a first stage of rub down. need a bigger workshop. Yeah, so I've got a first stage of rub down. I'll come back to it tomorrow and take a look. And then I end up sitting here pondering, do I want to go ahead and take out the window and stuff like that? But there's a garnish mould which goes all the way around the outside of here. So it's just going to be a question of masking off around here. I think I want to take out the handle mechanism. So I'll just take that off. Then I can turn that around and take this piece off. Put a piece of masking tape over that. Wrap that piece there in masking tape, and then I'll get these screws painted over nicely. There's a fair bit more cleaning around here. I need to go ahead and hit that with the Scotch Brite. Got the POR 15 on here. There's not like a structural amount of rust on there, so I don't really want to screw about with it. But the POR 15 will stop it from eating away to any further. Kind of push some into those seams real nice. And then I'll be able to give that a little bit of a rub down and paint over it. Again, there's a piece of moulding goes across the bottom here. Really pleased with it. Really pleased with how the front side is looking. Time to go in. So when I turned it over, I noticed that the lagging on the stand screwed up the paint finish on that side after I'd done all that work. So I kind of spent some time trying to get it out, but the long and short of it is that I decided I'm going to redo that bit. I didn't record any footage of that at the time because I was a little bit sort of peed off about it, but what I've decided to do is get on with painting the inside of the door, and so that I don't have the issue again, let the grey, because I've decided to paint the inside grey, as you'll find out in a minute, go off properly before going ahead and doing anything else. There were some rust holes here, not bad enough to need welding. There was one here too. Decided just to put some fiberglass filler in there. The whole door is going to get some paint on this side tonight.
No.
What do you think of it, Scarlett?
Nice.
What's nice?
On my drive it that day.
You're going to drive Papa's truck?
Yes.
What truck? What colour is it?
Red.
Say GMC.
I said Susan.
Good girl. Say bye-bye now.
Bye bye now.
Wave. Coat of grey on. Gonna need another coat after this is hardened off. Pretty happy with it actually. Well, it's the next day and I'm pretty happy with how that's all looking. I was thinking about doing the door jambs again, but I think I'm going to leave them as they are. A little bit of polishing perhaps. The main event in the middle here is, yeah, I think if I put any more paint on it now, I'm just going to have a lot more rubbing back to do. So it's masking tape off time. Lost a big chunk of paint down there. Gonna have to see to that. Gonna go and set this outside in the sun now, let it degas. Should be all good. Hey, trying to figure out, this is for a door handle, right? Mine never had it. It had a couple of like 80s door handles screwed on there. I'm kind of thinking about putting something on there, maybe my own design or something. So you may have noticed I've not really posted any videos since I took the rear springs off a month or so ago. That's because I haven't actually done any work on the truck itself in that time. Things have been quite busy here with other work and stuff like that. But I did bring the door back, and as you can tell, I've gone ahead and prepared that. It hasn't really gone in the smoothest way, you know. I rushed in and got that red paint on there and rubbed all that down, but you know what, it's a learning experience, and I'm going to go ahead and do the passenger door off camera, and I'll do it a lot more straightforward way. I'll rub down the interior, paint that, and then do whatever needs done to the outside, mostly just compounding and a little bit of paint, I think. I'm still undecided whether I'm going to match the paint better on the outside of the door, but other parts of the truck, the colour I've painted it matches better. So, you know, there's that as well. These glove compartment and grill pieces I kind of filled in and did as I did the doors and so forth. Didn't really film the process all that much, but you kind of get the idea of how I'm going with it. I'm not interested in the truck being concourse, just kind of good, so some of the blemishes and dents I'm quite happy to see in these trim pieces, but overall I'm really pleased with how it's going. I just got a bit more wrench time to put in, I suppose, or sanding down time, or whatever I guess you'd say. Certainly do need more space to work in. Anyway guys, I'm rambling on now. Catch you next time. Take it easy.
you gonna lift, bro? I lifted it. I don't know if it's attached at the rear. It does lift. Oh, it's fucking... Yeah.